No one seems to be talking about this penny stock, Sesen Bio, ticker symbol SESN. Essentially, they are a company that develops fusion proteins to target cancer cells. And they actually just had a successful meeting with the FDA just yesterday, they announced. Now, real quick, before we get more into this video, I am not a financial advisor, and I hope it's not too much to ask for an early thumbs up on this video, subscribe if you aren't already, and turn on those post notifications to be notified every time I post a new video. As always, I appreciate the support so much. So Sesen Bio, they're currently trading for $1.78 a share during the time of this video, up 1.71%. For the past month, they are up about 35%. During this 1 month period, they did hit a high of $1.90 on January 26th. For the past 6 months, they are up about 68%. Now, it does look like from January 4th to now, it does seem like it has been on an uptrend lately. Now, this is a very interesting company, and we are going to dive deeper into their presentation, their investor presentation, to learn more about them, what they're doing. And we're going to talk about their leading program, Vicineum, which is actually the meeting that they had with the FDA regarding Vicineum. Now, this company does have a market cap of $232.80 million. So here we are, Sesen Bio. They are a late-stage company developing fusion protein medicines. Our fusion protein approach tethers a tumor-targeting antibody fragment to a protein cytotoxic payload to form a single protein molecule designed to selectively and broadly kill cancer cells while minimizing toxicity to healthy cells and to activate the body's innate immune response system. Now, Vicineum is mainly targeting bladder cancer, but they have said that Vicineum does have the potential to target head and neck cancer as well. It says here, Vicineum is being evaluated in the phase 3 VISTA trial for the treatment of patients with non-muscle invasive bladder cancer who have been previously treated with Bacillus calmette-guerin, I believe that's how you say it, which is the current standard of care for NMIBC. While BCG is effective in many patients, challenges with tolerability have been observed, and many patients will experience recurrence of disease if BCG is not effective or a patient can no longer receive BCG. The recommended option for treatment is radical cystectomy, the complete removal of the bladder. And now, talking about head and neck cancer, like I mentioned, they do believe that Vicineum may have the potential to treat additional cancers, including squamous cell carcinoma of the head and neck. They have completed phase 1 of trials for an injectable form of Vicineum for the treatment of SCCHN that have demonstrated anti-tumor activity and safety. Data from these trials also demonstrated that certain patients who were injected with Vicineum and one tumor had responses in non-injected tumors as well, suggesting that Vicineum may promote an anti-tumor immune response and combine well with immunotherapies. In addition to the phase 1 trials, we completed a phase 2 trial in the United States, which demonstrated a reduction in the bidirectional size of the principal targeted tumor observed in 71% of patients evaluated in the study. For their January 2021 business update, differentiated MOA and clinical profile creates opportunity for Vicineum to be best-in-class therapeutic. Clear regulatory path forward for potential approval in US in 2021 this year, so that's a big catalyst, and Europe in 2022. Significant global commercial opportunity projected $1 billion to $3 billion peak revenue for Vicineum. Now, there is a significant unmet need for patients with bladder cancer with limited treatment options available. So the estimated new cases for 2020 was 81,400 for bladder cancer and 17,980 estimated deaths for bladder cancer. Bladder cancer does represent 4.5% of all new cancer cases in the US, so they are targeting this area with Vicineum and are potentially seeing what it can do with head and neck cancer. Vicineum has a highly differentiated dual mechanism of action, fusion protein consisting of an antibody fragment and a cytotoxic payload. Small size facilitates tumor penetration and greater drug delivery, selectively targets cancer cells while generally sparing healthy cells, inhibits protein synthesis and kills both rapidly proliferating and slow-growing cancer cells, effective against multi-drug resistant cancer cells. Dual mechanism of action is one, and it selectively targets EpCAM to destroy cancer cells by immunogenic cell death. 2. Immunogenic cell death activates a T-cell mediated immune response to attack the tumor. Now, Vicineum's clinical profile has had some pretty good data, efficacy, and for safety. 3-month response data is 40% complete response rate, 71% recurrence-free rate. Durability of response is 52% duration of 9 months with 12 months of therapy, median time to recurrence of 402 days, positive time to cystectomy data, 76% of patients are cystectomy free for 3 years, meaningful data for patients and payers. Encouraging survival data is overall survival is 98% at 12 months. 2-year overall survival is 96% versus a 94% for the general population at 2 years. Now, as for safety data, intravesical administration, bladder wall serves protective function, preference of FDA and most urologists, clinical experience, 243 patients exposed to Vicineum for periods up to 782 days across all clinical trials. Average patient received 15 installations of BCG. Differentiated safety profile, 95% of all AEs were grade 1 or 2. Only 4% of patients experienced a treatment-related grade 3 to 5 AE. Favorable tolerability, low discontinuation rate due to AEs, 3%. No age-related increase in AEs. Now on this slide is favorable cost-effectiveness profile for Vicineum based on the final evidence report issued by the Institute for Clinical and Economic Review. ICER is the leading health technology assessment body in the United States and is an independent nonprofit research organization that conducts assessments to examine the clinical and economic value of healthcare innovations such as prescription medications. On December 17, 2020, just about over a month ago, ICER issued their final report on the cost effectiveness and value of Vicineum. Vicineum was found to be superior to best supportive care. ICER Council voted 8-3 in favor of Vicineum. Treatment with Vicineum results in a decrease in cumulative healthcare costs compared to usual care of approximately $101,000 by year 5. Vicineum demonstrates complete response and recurrence-free survival rates that appear to be greater than would be expected based on historical data. Now, their product with BLA submission, which they just submitted in December 2020, has a probability of 82% for approval. Without the BLA submission, for phase 1 it was only 5%, phase 2 was 8%, phase 3 was 33%. So this number 82 is a big jump and a big possible approval rate. So this is an extremely huge catalyst, and they won't know till mid-February if they do accept the BLA. So let's get into this article. It was on February 1st, 2021 at 8 a.m. Sesen Bio announces successful application orientation meeting with the FDA for Vicineum. Sesen reported that on January 29, 2021, the company participated in a productive application orientation meeting with the FDA regarding its biologic license application for Vicineum for the treatment of BCG unresponsive non-muscle invasive bladder cancer. Now, like we went over, they already submitted this BLA to the FDA on December 2020. Sesen Bio was invited to participate in an application orientation meeting, which is available in certain Center for Drug Evaluation and Research Review divisions at the review team's discretion for priority applications where early action is expected and or desired. The objectives of an application orientation meeting include familiarizing the FDA with application data sets, discussing scientific aspects including clinical risk-benefit, and establishing early communication between applicants and the FDA. CEO of Sesen Bio, Dr. Thomas Cannell, said, "We are very pleased with the outcome of Friday's 90-minute meeting with the FDA. We continue to believe that Vicineum has a favorable risk-benefit profile, which positions it to be best in class, and we are encouraged by the high level of time and engagement the FDA has demonstrated toward our review. We look forward to continuing to work with the FDA to expeditiously bring Vicineum to the market." So essentially, in this whole meeting, they were just speaking with the FDA, letting them know how Vicineum works, letting them know the risks and benefits, data sets, showing them these data sets, and a whole lot more of these other things. And from this article, they must have had a pretty good meeting, and the FDA must have been really engaged in their leading program, Vicineum, which is a fusion protein. So like I mentioned earlier, the company expects to learn if the BLA is accepted for filing by the FDA on February 16, 2021. If the file is accepted in the following 2 to 4 weeks, the company expects to receive a decision on the following 3 items. 1 is priority versus standard review, target PDUFA date for approval, necessity of an FDA advisory committee meeting. So this is a huge catalyst to look out for. It's literally right around the corner, February 16, that's not too far from now. So if the FDA does approve it, this is going to take Vicineum to the market, expeditiously bring it to the market, and it's going to really bring a lot of opportunity for Sesen Bio and so much more potential to see what Vicineum can do in many other areas of cancer. And like we just saw earlier, they are seeing what it can do with head and neck cancer. they're potentially seeing right now. So there's a lot of opportunity in this company and a really major big catalyst to watch out for. Now, speaking financially on what Vicineum could bring Sesen Bio in terms of revenue, it has substantial US opportunity and OUS potential of roughly 2 times the US. Anticipated virtuous cycle of advocacy across physicians, patients, caregivers, and payers to drive rapid uptake and strong growth after approval and launch, compelling intent to prescribe research in the US, highly concentrated US market of 1,500 urologists treating 75% of BCG patients allows for efficient targeting. Now, as for the stock price forecast, the 3 analysts offering 12-month price forecast for Sesen Bio have a median target of $3 with a high estimate of $5 and a low estimate of $2.25. The median estimate represents a 72.41% increase from the last price of $1.74. Analyst recommendations: the current consensus among 3 polled investment analysts say to buy stock in Sesen Bio. This rating has held steady since November when it was unchanged from a buy rating. I'm not invested in this company, but I'm really looking and leaning towards to. But for now, I'll put them on my watch list. They do have a ton of potential, and their Vicineum fusion protein does show positive data. But let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this. As always, your thoughts are appreciated. Also, don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you aren't already, and turn on those post notifications to be notified every time I post a new video. As always, I appreciate the support so much. Thank you guys again, and thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next video.